We are going to do a strength-based session today. You will need some equipment, so this is a workout. You will need dumbbells, bands, something of that nature. I would suggest having options in your weights if you do have options. And again, you could use some bands as well, and I'll give you some variations with that. We are going to start today with a timed circuit, so we're going to do a little bit of work for time. We'll do 4 rounds through these 3 exercises I'm going to show you. Then we'll take a break, and then we will have a 6-minute density exercise set. So we'll end up doing 2 different sections, 6 minutes apiece, new exercises per 6 minutes, but you'll be working at your own pace for those. So you'll be doing reps of each exercise, moving until those 6 minutes are up. So for this first section, you will want a moderate to heavier dumbbell. If you do only have bands as an option, you'll just do it with 2 arms and a band, or if you do have a band where you can do 1 arm. So we're going to do a 1-arm push press. So single arm will stay on the one side, because again, we're going to have 4 rounds. So push press, you give it just a little push through. Almost think about loading a spring and then following it up overhead, back into the front. Just make sure elbows in front here. So we'll stay one side at a time. Again, you could do that with 2 arms in the band. Then we're going to do a single leg Romanian deadlift hold with an overhead reach. And we'll switch this one halfway. So we're going to try and get in that RDL. So think about reaching the back leg back, slight bend to the knee here, opening up that hamstring. You should feel some tension here. And then you're just adding an overhead reach and trying to hold that while feeling, again, that tension through the hamstring. We'll switch that one halfway. If you have no balance whatsoever, that is not a good option for you, then you could come down and do a single leg glute bridge hold, and then again, you'll switch at the halfway. So that's the second movement, and then the third movement we're gonna do is a plank jack. So push-up position, and you're gonna come out and in with the legs, and lower impact would be to tap side to side with the toes. So those are the first 3 exercises, and again, we're going 4 times through. So get ready. You want that moderate to heavy dumbbell first. And here we go. So pick which side you're gonna start with. Oops. And I'm gonna hit the go button. Mark, get set, go. So elbows in front, follow it through, control back to that shoulder, follow through, control back. So that's why ideally you want a moderate to heavier weight, a little bit heavier than what you could just simply push. But again, go with what you have access to at home. Try not to lean as you push overhead. Think about being tall through the body, follow through, control back down. Good. A little bit more. Breathing. A little bit of endurance there on that one side. And last one. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna go into that single leg deadlift plus the hold. So slight bend to the knee as you go down. Think about reaching that back pocket back. And we're gonna hold here. Reach out, again, put that weight into your hip and that hamstring. Drive that foot down into the ground, holding tight. Breathing. Try to be long through that torso. All right, switch the leg. So it's always good to start from the top, hinge at that hip, get it set. Hold. Again, grab the ground with the toes and the heel. Breathing. Remember, you can do that glute bridge hold instead. Whoop, lost it there. That's okay. All right, coming up out plank jacks. So push up position, out and in, either tapping or jacking. So lock that core in, abs tight, out and in. So think about exhaling from the belly and that belly button pulling up and in. So think about that belly button coming up to the middle of your rib cage as you exhale. And that's gonna tighten up those abdominals in the way that we want to brace for the jack. So again, low impact, tap, tap. Keep that chest right on top of the hands. If you find yourself doing this, work on bringing the chest down, holding, or put the hands on a couch or a bench. Breathe. Oh man, okay, let's do it again. So push press, other arm, so locked and loaded, dumbbell in front here. So the front is just a safer place to be with that press versus out here. So for most, this is gonna be a good option. Good. Again, follow through, control down, push it up. Breathe. Again, think about those knuckles reaching the ceiling. Punching through, back down. Punch through. Good. A little bit more. Good. Try not to lean. Okay. That single leg hold. That timer. So set it up, top, you are reaching that back leg, let that knee soften, whoop, and then add the reach. Breathing as you're holding there. Again, grip that ground with the toes, anchor the heel, pick a spot to look at. All right, switch it out. So as you go down, I want you to find that hamstring. Keep that tension there. And then reach long. Keep focused. 8 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. Plank jack again. Use my glasses on these jacks. So again, you can tap, hold, or elevate the arms. So out and in. Both feet together. And then try not to create too much bounce. So here, see how I lose a lot and I'm bouncing? Think about tightening up to that core. And that's where a lot more effort's gonna come to hold tight. Breathe into it. Almost there. 4 seconds. I thought it was 4. There we go. Little off. All right, back to that first arm. So I'll show you if you did have the band right now. So again, you're just using that same, you can kind of press, control back down. So back to that first arm. So breathe up. All the work you're doing right now. Punch that ceiling, control back down. Punch, control. Oh, there's where it starts to get a tad heavy. Keep going. Good. Oh, thank goodness. Set up that single leg. So I want you to think about reaching for the front wall and the wall behind you. So touching that wall behind you with your heel, reaching that front wall with your fingers, gripping that ground with the foot. Really push that hip back. Okay, switch that out. So lower. And if you find you're having trouble with this, go down. Just keep there if you're holding. Go down, lift up, and hold with that single leg bridge. So we're still getting the same muscles going. I'm going to stay here so I get that too. So we still have that muscle contracting to hold. Both hips staying even. Okay, plank jacks. Remember, we're only going 4 rounds, so we'll get this one, and then we'll be on that last round. Go out and in. Remember, no booty bounce. Lock it in. Remember that exhale or that brace from the belly. Tight. Remember, back it off. If that just gets too much, back to the tap or back to a hold and work there. 10 seconds. Woo! Okay, one more. So hop it up, last arm for that overhead press. All right, punch it up, bring it down. Let's go, last and best set. Last and best. Breathe. Let's go, stay in control. Come on, drive it up. A little bit more. It's almost there. Woo! Finish it up. Okay. Set that leg. So really think, again, you're pushing the hips back, and we're just doing that for one leg. So we're pushing the hips back and then anchoring that one leg into the ground. Breathe while you're here. Keep breathing, keep finding the back of that leg. All right, switch it out. Again, hips push back, reach that back leg, reach the arms, or you're in that glute bridge hold. $10 seconds. Well, find that spot, keep in contact with that spot on the ground. Oh, awesome. All right, last set of jacks, and then we get to switch it all up. Let's make sure we can give you the countdown here. All right, locked in. Mind over matter. You're going to that beat, or till I say. You might not hear my beep. Good, 30 seconds. Keep tight. Back it off when you need. Maybe you just need that little mental reset, and then back at it. 15. Keep going. We're at 10. Woo! Okay. All right. So we're going to change the program a little bit. I'm going to let you get a quick swig. Breathe. And we're going to go into our next set of stuff. So what we're going to do for that, reset my clock. We're going to work, like I said earlier, for 6 minutes. We'll have 3 exercises, and then everything will be rep-based with those exercises. So first exercise is going to be a drop squat. That's where we have the feet together, drop out into that squat, come back. So you're gonna do 10 of those. If you can't have the impact of the drop, that's fine, just 10 squats. After that, knee to elbow plank, and again, the number will be 10. So we're gonna be in that plank position here, okay? And we're gonna drive that knee up to the outside, back down, up to the outside. So ideally, I'd like to bring you down to the forearms since we were just in that plank position. However, if you find mobility-wise, it's hard here because there's just not a lot of room then to get the knee, you could come up to the top here and bring the knee towards the elbow. Okay, but get a little bit of an outward reach versus straight under like a mountain climber. And then last, we're gonna flip on our back, which will probably be well deserved, and we're gonna do a dead bug. So on the back, I want you to really think about activating. So here I'm just laying. I want you to think about lifting your knees towards the ceiling just a little bit. So pushing those knees up, reaching those shoulder blades up, and that you should feel the core there. And then we're reaching out. 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 of those. So you got 10 drop squats or squats, 10 of the knee to elbow planks, and then 10 dead bugs. And we are going to go until my clock runs out at 6 minutes. And I was 1 minute shy, bear with me. And okay, all right guys, so no equipment needed for this one. Get ready, 10, 10, and 10. You're gonna start working at your own pace. I'm gonna go through and then maybe you'll be on target with me. Here we go. So drop in, 10, 9. Again, you can just do a squat if you so choose. Whew. Good, then you go plank with the knee. So 1, 2, 3. Try not to shift the hips and just let that knee come out. Once you got that, flip over, 10 dead bugs. And the goal here will be to just keep moving. Awesome. All right, we're running through it. Here we go, back up. Breathe. All right, back to that plank. Okay, got those 10. Again, keep moving. Push that middle back down, reach up, and then reach long. Big exhale. Almost there. Oh, and then you gotta get up. So again, we can go squats. Good. And 10. Oh, forearms. So make sure chest stays on top of the forearms here. Okay. Whoop. That's a squeaking. Really keep reaching. Again, that little bit of lift up here through the knees. Really all that's doing is untucking the pelvis to get the core muscles lined up. Okay, once we got 10, tell you how much time you got left. So you're 2 minutes in. We have 3 minutes left. Or no, you're 3 minutes in. Woo, we're halfway. Look at that. I had 5 minutes on the brain. So keep moving if you can. I'm just adjusting. This is real life. All right, I'm back with you. Hit 10, and we hit down. Flip. So focusing on that core, not just trying to get through the movement, but focusing on where we should be feeling it. Focusing on that breath. Reaching the arms. Oh, okay. Under 2 minutes. Good. 6. I might have just messed you up. So you just got to push through those moments where you just don't feel you can. Because you know how good it feels when you've accomplished that end goal, whether it's finishing a workout, whether it's just starting a workout routine, maybe it's a project at the house. You just have to start. You just have to push when you really don't wanna. All right. We're probably at under a minute. Oh yeah, 28 seconds. Yay, just enough time. Drop the hips towards the heels. Toes forward. Okay. Keep going to that beat. Chest over elbows. Okay. Now, good news. You made it through that. More good news, we have 6 more minutes left in our workout. What we're gonna do is same deal. You're gonna get 3 exercises. We're gonna do 10 of each, and then running through till we run out of those 6 minutes. So you will need to go back to equipment for this one. You will need light to moderate. We're gonna do a bicep curl. So either 2 dumbbells ideally. You can do a band, like here. Okay, so grab the outside of your band if you have a continual loop band, or if you have 2 handles, you'd use that. And then we will do a tricep kickback. So with our 2 dumbbells, so we had our bicep, then we're gonna get in this hinge position, kick back through the triceps. If you're working with a band, you are going to step through, okay, and lift that overhead. And that's gonna give you that tricep movement here. So dumbbell or here. If you only have 1 dumbbell, you could take it end to end, overhead, and do a tricep exercise like so. Okay, so a few options for that tricep one. And then last, we're going to do a side plank variation. We're gonna end up 5 each side. So you're gonna be up in that side plank. We're gonna reach through and then come back up. And I do see a lot of this. And if that's all you can do, that's fine. Challenge yourself if you have the ability to turn. So you'll notice my feet turn and I reach through and my shoulder comes forward and then I come back to that side. So we're almost going from a side to a front plank and then back. Now again, that's gonna require some shoulder strength and stability. So if you can just hold that side plank and just kind of reach for the counting purposes, you can do that as well. So we're gonna hit 5 each and then back to the bicep curls. So gear up, 6 minutes left in your workout. Light to moderate weight, grab 2 dumbbells if you can. Here we go, kind of everything. So you got both going up. So you can either do palm up or you can keep it neutral like a hammer curl, your choice. If you only have one, keep going. If you only have one, you can do end to end like so. Just make sure we're stretching out at the bottom there, stretching out that bicep as you go through. Then once you got your 10, you might need a little bit lighter for the kickbacks. So by your side, hinge from the hips, bring your elbows by your side, and then push the pinky back. And again, you have that band option I showed you, where you step in and through. So keep going with those, just in case you're fumbling with the band. Again, lay it across the hands, step on it, and then step through it, close your hands, and lift overhead. And then you can push like so. All right, then we're moving on. Side plank with the reach. Again, so setting it up, you can do a modified side plank with that knee down, and you can even still kind of reach under and twist. Reach, twist. So you can get 5 of those. Number 5, then hit the other side, and then you're right back to those bicep curls. So trying to, again, same thing, keep moving, lock it in. You didn't hear my shoes. Okay, then back at it. Curling up. Remember, we're going 10. Both arms. Little gun show. 10. Good. Then switch if you need. You need to go a little lighter. Again, hinge at the hips, weights in the hips, elbows are tucked by your side, your elbows don't leave your side. You're pushing that hand back behind you and coming back. Push it back. And then go back to that side plank. Breathing through. Turn the hips. Reach. Oh, it's like the kids when they make fart jokes. You can't help but laugh. When my shoes squeak, it's just kind of funny. So remember, you can be holding. You can use just kind of a reach down and up as your counting mechanism there. Back to the top. Do a few here for you. So if you find you have a band, I'll show you here. If you get through the curls and you're like, that's not really challenging, I can keep going. If you have a continual band, lift in between the feet, and you could do it if you had handles too. Step down so that way this stays loose, and then you have the outside there. Make sure when you're curling, those elbows come either just slightly in front of the body or stay by the side. Sometimes I see this as we curl up and we're getting into the shoulder. So let that elbow here or in front as we curl. All right, under 2 minutes. Pushing that pinky. Okay. It looks like we're on track. We might get through those arms one more time. You might be slightly ahead. All Remember, it doesn't matter how fast I go, how fast you go. It's what do you feel? How are you pushing yourself? Are you holding back? Are you sticking with the same weight that you've always used and you have options? Again, if you're at home or traveling and you really don't have options, that's the time you just really be thankful that you can move, that you have a resource to keep you moving. All right, guys, we are into the last 45 seconds of our work today. So finish it up. Oh, always feels good to know that you accomplished a workout. Make sure too that we're finding other areas of our day where we can keep moving, or get up and get a quick walk. Maybe do a few flights of stairs if you need, if you can't leave a building. That daily activity really adds up way more than just our 25, 30-minute workout. Awesome, guys. That is 6 minutes. If you want to finish up those reps, you go ahead. But thank you guys for sticking with the workout with me. I hope it was a good one for you. Got a nice little sweat going. Might be on here. But take care. Thank you.